We'll see if they can get down the course here in one piece.
Quite the fight for the Libertadores. However, a little bit slow coming down. I love the build of this, though, paying attention to that culture, to that heritage, but the wrestler here wrestling his way through this course.
Oh, we're about to hit the hay bales. Oh, man. And we're upside down.
And that is like a flying leap off the top ropes right there. He's taking a bit of that ring with him. Team hot and ready, here they go. They're known for full send driving, chaotic builds, and an iconic purple BMW E36 drift car. Dale, is this one gonna make it down the course?
Man, the juice is loose. Let's just hope those tires are tight.
Listen, I know you know something about turning left, but there's a lot more turns in this course.
Absolutely, this is gonna be important just to keep tight lines around these corners. And obviously the popcorn jump right here.
And let's see it. Oh, with ease. Now listen, this cart's a little top heavy though, so I'm worried about it wobbling through this next part of the course.
Absolutely. Which direction he's going to choose here, the 110 or the 405? 110 it is.
Oh, the 10! It's looking like traffic is clear on the freeway today as he comes here to the finish line. What a run though. Listen, that's...
Oh!
I don't know if he did that for style or that was just an efficient crash. Team Knuckle Busters.
Build here, Vin Diesel right up there at the back end.
It's almost like they have a third rider in there, and as they sit in between Vin Diesel, this craft might be my favorite thus far. Like Vin says, we don't have friends, we have family, and this family of riders is flying down the race course to get started.
I just hope Vin can stay on over the popcorn jump.
I'm not gonna lie, with his arms crossed, it looks like he's judging them from behind.
Oh, he lost his head. Oh, no.
Losing Vin Diesel's head, I don't know if that's gonna help or harm their chances as they're flying down the 405. One of the quickest times that we've seen. Dale at 32.5 seconds.
Amazing.
One more in the Diesel family of Dom Torettos, this time taking it away in one of those Fast 5 Vault Chase scene cars.
Yeah, this car already looks like it's been in a crash. And we're losing parts as we're going over the first few jumps. They're brutal.
That was a bit chaotic going over those first jumps right now, but the entire team showing up as that diesel-powered energy coming over now, and a little bit slow after hitting that popcorn jump.
We're just barely staying together. Too fast and too furious.
We lost the whole back left end there, barely hanging on by a thread. The car, does that license plate say it's twisted? It is twisted through these turns right here now.
We're still rolling, though. We're still making good time down the hill. Not in the sub-40 bracket, but going to get to the finish line in many pieces.
Formerly known as Team Egg-tastic, it's the first time since 2017 that they've returned to Red Bull Soapbox. This time, calling it Team Ride or Slide.
Well, we're going to be riding down the course here. We got our hat on over top of the helmet. I love the commitment to the outfit. Over the popcorn jump. This thing is handling this course with ease.
I like it. Now, I don't know that there's any brakes on this two-man-powered, two-horse-powered craft going down the runway here.
Good speed.
I like the way they took that. There was no hesitation about the 110 or the 405. They're leaning into it, getting them aerodynamics as they come into a... Oh!
No brakes.
The bale of hay at the tail end, but guess what? They'd already crossed the finish line.
Well, that's definitely creative. They're getting some good speed. Oh, taking some shots at the crowd.
I like that. How about the crowd in the chat, though? I wonder if everyone at home watching loves this cart as much as we do. Team...
Oh, big crash. We're upside down, Hannah.
Oh, listen, that is a spilled bowl of Hot Pot. They said Red Bull gives you wings, but Hot Pot gives you sweat. I am sweating them without being able to finish right now.
Look at the shocks. Good quality build here.
I like that. We need to take a dive under the hood with you. You're the expert here. I think this is one of your favorite crafts that's been built so far.
Yep, the width, you got to have a wide craft, and the low center of gravity is always good for control.
And we're losing some of the cereal as we come down too, so maybe helping with that aerodynamic flair with a bit of a heavier base of the craft.
Absolutely. Good speed.
He's cheering the crowd on, taking the turns with ease. Now we're coming down here to where a very specific decision needs to be made. He heads to the 405.
Oh, and he's running into the traffic.
We've got a collision on the 405. I think he's aimed to hit every one of those cars on the course.
He's giving up a little bit of time there, but maybe he gets some points on creativity for doing that. The Bison's eyeballs just jumble around. Hopefully he didn't lose a contact lens there.
Now we've got a flying squirrel inside of a bison. There's something in the realm of turduckens and stuffing meat into other meat, but listen, they are fast, they are nimble, and it looks like she might be helping power them around these turns a little bit.
These are the larger tires that we've seen on any of the vehicles, and I think that's adding some stability and speed.
I like that. There's some thought process going into. Listen, when you got engineering students, I would hope that there was something that played out just a little bit like this. They're quick, they're nimble, they're fast, they're all smiles, and they're across the finish line with an official time of 38.45 seconds. Yo-ho, homies, with the Jolly Roger. A lot of energy, Dale. This craft is beautiful. Is it built for speed?
I just hope Peter Pan's nowhere around today in L.A.
Listen, it might help them fly down the course. She said pixie dust and a little bit of hope and a prayer. You could see the dedication on her face as they come down this first start ramp. A little wobbly.
Oh, man, overboard.
Oh, that's one of the biggest crashes we've seen yet. It looks like everybody's okay as they're slow to get up, but that was a brutal crash, which we kind of promised y'all at the top of the show.
Yeah, just lost a lot of control there with the first couple of bumps.
Taking a little SpongeBob theme here.
Yeah, I love this.
Now, that is the skinniest Patrick Starfish I have ever seen in my life, but they got a little speed coming down this first turn, Dale.
Yeah, Patrick's waving to the crowd. SpongeBob in control.
I like it.
The bun coming apart, though, Hannah.
Oh, the top. It's already convertible, but they're trying to lose the top as well.
Patrick has lifted the bun. That's going to create a little drag, but Patrick doesn't care.
It might be helping them come down here, though. I think this was the design all along to help them navigate down that last turn.
Awesome run.
They're humps, they're Arabian camel humps. Now, with a craft that is bottom heavy, Dale, is that going to help them succeed?
I'm just wondering if the sunglasses are going to make it down.
Not only the drivers, but the camel with the sunnies on as well, too. Now, listen, I think that is one of the biggest behinds I've seen on the race course yet.
Low center of gravity, good speed. Let's see how it handles the jump. Yes!
We're losing pieces of the camel as we go down, but we've got some speed. We've got some flair for the dramatics here. It's like a quick little magic carpet ride coming down this race course, Dale.
And we still have our shades. I love it.
And you can tell this one's going a lot quicker by the way, everything's blowing in the wind there. Clocking in at 37.54 seconds. I mean, do you think these guys who are accustomed to the water are going to be accustomed to finishing across the line?
They have no fear, I'll tell you that.
Now, I wasn't expecting him surfing on the back of this. I thought they were going to be both riding the Sea-Doo.
All right, I got to see how this works out.
This does not bode well for the guy on the back. But he's now leaned down into it?
Yeah. We got the jump. Yeah, we got the popcorn jump coming up. Can he stay on?
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go.
Holding my breath for that one.
Oh, we lost the wheel. We've lost the right rear wheel on the back.
But we are still on the surfboard on the back. They are used to charging giant waves, and now they are powering through downtown Los Angeles.
This is fantastic.
Oh, oh my goodness. Another super quick run.
Great run, great creativity. That was challenging for the riders. Someone's going to have to get a little bit faster at the first part of the run to be able to go down there and make that kind of a time.
This one looks to be moving pretty nicely thus far. Like you said, that first obstacle is crucial. They make it through pretty quickly. Team Operation Nut Job and the Turbo Tree.
Yeah, this car is branching out as we lose a few pieces here and there. Oh, I don't know what that was, but that might have been important.
That might be to their benefit, though. The more they lose, the faster they're going.
Yeah.
They're losing dead weight and dead tree branches as they're coming down the 110 here. These squirrel bandits are flying down the tail end of this course right here, and it's close, chat. 38.5 seconds. Not quite the fastest time yet. A tribute built to their founder's grandfather's legendary Indy 500 winning car. I like that.
Absolutely. I love the racing theme. Indy 500, one of the greatest races.
Now, this car is a little bit more narrow than some that we've seen. Might provide a little bit of trouble as we see her steering down the course right there.
Trying to figure out how to go faster, but this isn't working.
There's a lot of bounce in this car. I don't know if the Indy 500 typically has riders bouncing around like that, but the flair for the creativity and that little comfort seat, I like to see it.
Wow, we're just taking some evasive action here going down.
A lot of waves to the crowd, hyping them up. And you know what? another successful run. Team Race Service clocking in at 41.85 seconds.
Bet they've been noodling on this design for months.
You were working on that
Yep,
one.
I was.
You saw that one coming about a mile away down the course. Speed not so fast off the launch, but hey, it looks delicious. I'm hungry. I know these guys got to be feasting for a fast time here at Red Bull Soapbox.
Looks like they're having a little bit of control issues. The steering's really, really quick and darty.
Do you think the chopsticks and the height of this craft, it might be affecting the way that they're running down this race course?
And you're right on. The high center of gravity is always going to be a problem with some of these crafts, but they handle the jump with ease there and continue down the course.
I mean, it looks delicious. It looks great. Huge decision coming up here now. Are they going to be turned into soup over on the 110? Those construction barriers do provide a bit of trouble, but they make it past it. And hey, listen, I'm surprised that the time was as fast as it was for a craft like that.
Yeah, they finally got a little speed at the end, but just not enough to break into that 30-second bracket.
I think Emiru is trying to get some bonus points from our NASCAR legend. She's got a little NASCAR bit of gear on right there. She's got the style. Does she have the speed?
Yeah, you know I'm going to love this one. This thing looks fast. And if you can't have airbags, just put a bunch of stuffed animals in the car with you.
I'm going to assume that you're not going to do that in any races for the foreseeable future for you, right?
We got parts falling off, Anna, as we're heading down the course here. Good speed.
Listen, Emiru looks confident. She looks paced really well. It looks like we've got some speed over that popcorn jump. She is all smiles, all styles.
Yeah, even the cat's smiling at this run.
Big decision coming up here, the 110 or the 405. She bears left down the 405 with ease. I have never made it through the 405 that quick before. She raises up one of her stuffed animals in fine fashion, but I lost a little speed there.
The few three-wheeled entries, those tend to have dramatic results, but we're going to see if they can get down the course fast.
Now, these brothers from Long Beach are no strangers. They were in the 2017 Soapbox Race, flying over that right-hand side of the first obstacle.
They're making some really, really good speed down the hill. Over the jump, no problem.
I like the speed. I like the swiftness. I like the lean into that left, into that right-hand turn. Coming into the fork in the road, they veer to the right, over to the 110, speeding down this part. Dale!
Look at this time, Hannah.
Oh!
Almost.
33.75. Our final competitors of the day for the 2026 Red Bull Soapbox Race, and away we go.
All right, they're looking to beat that 32-second run by Donut Media, and they've got really good speed, Hannah, starting out.
You can see E.T. and Elliott here, the way that sheet is blowing in the wind, I think we've got some quick speed going on here. Dale, look at this around the first turn.
All right.
Hitting the jump.
Look at that wheelie right there. That was awesome.
They said they tested it out going downhill, but hadn't hit any jumps until that one. I think they did it pretty well.
That was fantastic. And this run looks really good. Look at the time, Hannah.
Look at the quick speed. Oh, clocking in at 33.07 seconds. And it looks like Team Donut Media, as expected, with the fastest time of the day. Dale, how do you feel about that?
Man, I love it. These guys brought the energy, the creativity, and a fast craft down the hill.